It's Monday night. We're here Monday and Thursday nights during the Omer, doing the counting. We'll bring in some Psalms and some Rav Kook, some things we've been into lately. And start with the counting, I guess, so we don't forget. We're in this is the 26th day of the counting of the Omer, which is, wow, already, yeah, which is 3 weeks and 5 days of the counting. 3 weeks and 5 days. We're in the energy of Netzach, I believe. Is that right? Yeah, Netzach. Some sort of confidence, and though I'm not feeling that confident. How about you?
No,
Not so much, but we're
no.
doing the best. But tonight is we got Hod within the confidence, which means there's a measure of comfort and beauty in it. So we should move into that place. So let's take a moment and get there. Okay, I'm there. How about you?
Still working on
Still
it.
working it. Okay. So
Yeah.
let's make the counting before I forget.
Okay.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher קידשנו במצוותיו וציוונו לעשות האומר. Blessed are you, eternal our God. This made us holy with commandments and asks us this counting, this search us out with this counting of the Omer. Today is 26 days, which is 3 weeks and 5 days of the Omer in a transformative process, turning lower into higher, lower into higher.
Mm,
We're repairing some of the flaws,
yeah.
the blemish in the sfirot. That we be. Let's work on repairing that sense of confidence that may be a little weak right now, but we're working it. We're working it.
In the Torah portion in Amor this week, there's so much, but one of the things that, comes up are these restrictions, these demands of the leaders, of the priests, that there's certain things they can't do. They can't own land. They can't, because if they're going to hold the souls of the people in their hands, if they are going to be responsible for the trust of the people, they better be holy vessels themselves.
Mm.
They better not have temptation. They better take that responsibility really seriously, because so much could crumble. And they like, I think one of the things Rav Kook talks about is being a kli, a kli for holiness.
A vessel.
Yeah, being a vessel
Sweet.
of holiness. And what does that mean, and how does that feel, and how does that look, and what does that demand of us? And it doesn't just happen.
Vessel.
It doesn't just happen.
Maimonides talks about that all the time.
Mm. Yeah.
Yes, the holy priestliness. Holy to God, it says in the portion, Leviticus 21.
Mm-hmm.
You think it goes from father to son, but the next verse says, you shall make him holy. So who is you? In verse 8, who are you? You're holy because he's serving, because the priestliness serves. He's holy to the human beings that the priestliness serves. Oh, holy priestliness. Your priestliness, your holiness cred is service.
Mm.
You're giving yourself to service.
Mm-hmm.
Give it over.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Let's read a Rav Kook piece. All the glow of life. All the glow of life happens. Branches of the godly love. Embedded, deep love flees and flows, opens and grows. The crowd, the culture, the soul develops love of the world, whose imaginations, when dark and cloudy, replaced with possibilities, credibilities, move it along, remove dark, light rises.
Light rises.
Rav Kook,
You know,
he loves the imagery of light.
Balance. You know who I was read that died this week?
But
Peter Raven. Did you?
oh, really?
Did you read that?
No, I didn't know.
Peter Raven. So we lost Ray.
Yes,
And of course,
we lost a person who was really important in our community.
Really important. But we also lost Peter Raven, who, it's interesting that it wasn't a bigger splash. He was, such an important, scientist, I guess, botanist in the garden. And when our kids were growing up, he was heavy. He was a heavy.
He was.
He was so important at the garden and the work he did at the garden. And in fact, one of our kids was in his kid's class.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and we went on we were both parents on a field trip together. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. I think because we went to Shaw's Nature Reserve.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Of course, that was their place.
Right.
But I was always in awe of him and his teaching.
Yeah.
I don't know too much else about him. Like we know about Ray Hartman, who was just such a good person. There are things you read about talk about a Kli of holiness, how he treated his employees. Do you know? I keep thinking about Ray tying his shoes. He wanted to be a good person. And he was very intentional. And he did a lot of good. Yeah. Did a lot of good. So, here we are, a little bit, almost halfway through the counting of the Omer. Every day, when you're intentional about counting, time passes in a certain way. Yeah. And, pulling us into this understanding of these energies so that we too can be vessels of light, clay kodesh, vessels of holiness.
Fervor, aspiration to transform, red element, depth. I need this service. So the world, what rises purifies. As good expands, it raises consciousness into God. Ooh, that's a good one.
Very good. It's interesting.
That's from the 8th notebook.
Oh, real?
Of Rav Kook, yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah, very good. The consciousness of God. I was realizing as we've been, kind of going in and out of these worlds with remembering Ray, because he touched so many worlds, and so many were not Jewish worlds, though I know his Jewish world was very important to him. I found myself very self-conscious about talking about God, actually using God language. I realize how few people do. We're in it all the time.
We do here.
Yeah, because we do.
I think that's one of the things why we're drawn to do this, to be honest. Because we do it. That's pretty much all we do here.
Right.
In this square, this rectangle.
Yeah.
We don't fool around. We don't.
Right.
We don't go lightweight. And
But I think we also trust.
some of these pieces may contain hope.
They do. They all
They may
contain
contain
hope.
hope.
They do. They all contain
I
hope.
love
But you
that.
see, I think the other thing is I think we trust that with you, when we use God language, that we know that we're not talking about, a kind of an easy answer.
Well, you don't need to go into that.
No, but I think we trust
You
that.
need to demonstrate it, not talk.
Right.
You know.
But that's why I find I can't really talk about it in other circles.
Okay.
You can't use the language because it doesn't have meaning.
Okay.
No.
Yeah. These pieces may contain hope.
They do
I love
contain
that.
hope. They do contain
We
hope.
did our show last week and we kicked it off with that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know why I'm so. Anyway, I love that. It may contain hope. Oh my goodness. So thanks everybody for showing up here, and
Counting the Omer with us on our
there might be
way
some
to
surprises, by
Sinai.
the way. I might be going back on here and the streaming. Stay tuned if you're watching. You might find me in unexpected times because I made a list. I was talking with Sting the other day, and he says, "You got 10 CDs and 4 books. Bring them out, man."
Yeah.
So I put a list of my CDs and books. I'm thinking I might pull them out and do some of the old stuff that I'd even forgotten about. I'd forgotten about it. I had 2 CDs that were 2 beautiful ceremonies I'd forgotten about entirely.
Well, if you're in the St. Louis area on May 14th at 3:00 at Cole Arena.
15th?
15th? Uh-oh.
It's a Sunday.
Sunday in May, 3:00 at Cole Arena. Please join us because the conversation will be around mental health and mental illness.
Yeah. Some of the work we've done over the years, and we got to resuscitate the conversation.
Yeah, it's time.
It's time. It is time. Right? We got to get back on that conversation again. It's what the heck is it? May 17th.
What? No.
Yeah. Sunday, May 17th.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
May 17th.
Sunday, May 17th.
Okay.
You know, there's nobody who's better at promotion than we are.
Terrible. That's not true. We're terrible.
Thanks for joining
But
us.
we appreciate you being here. Have a good night and keep counting every day.
Ciao, babies.